Now there's a shot of Matthew Lloyd. You can see the padding on the left thigh. He's gone into this game with a cork thigh, and a little bit of precaution there, but he's got himself out there. And as we've said before the game, big things expected from Lloyd and Lucas in that Essendon forward line.
Harry O'Brien has been given the job on Scott Lucas. Big ask for the Brazilian as the game is underway on Anzac Day 2007, and the Bombers make the takeaway. Davey gaining 30 metres or more, but O'Brien wins his first contest with Lucas. It's a big win, it's a good delivery, and Lockyer is right on the end of it.
Well played by O'Brien. Lockyer's got support.
Get a shot of Mark Johnson.
In short.
On Didak.
Short. And he finds Bryan. So early touch for him. That'll settle the nerves. He goes out long and wide looking for Thomas. The kick's not all that flash. Dyson couldn't get there though. Thomas paddles, now controls. Got the handball away as was run down by Dyson. Coming in is McVeigh. He'll love today. He likes it hard as he goes off to Michael, who goes into the middle, and it's marked there by Stanton.
Mark Johnson starting at half back on Alan Didak.
So the Bombers' ball in the corridor, but not in there for long as he takes it wide to Peveril. Scott Burns closes the gap on him. Monfrey's on the lead, but he opts to go short, just dropping it in quarter distance, not even half. Stanton again, long ball now. Lucas and O'Brien once more. Predictable turn onto the left boot from the Bomber half forward. Not a bad placement. Lloyd waited back. He waited back. He cheated a little bit, but he goaled as well. It's the first of the day to the Essendon skipper.
Unlucky. And the Collingwood defenders should still be prepared to be able to attack the ball. O'Brien put pressure on Lucas and threw it on the boot, and it was an unlucky bounce. The defenders have to keep attacking the ball. Don't let that to discourage them.
Well, Lloyd's got the first goal. Clement, his opponent. The interesting one is O'Brien starting on Lucas. That puts Prestigiacomo onto Courtney Johns.
So Matthew Lloyd gets his 15th goal for the season, the 782nd of his illustrious career. It was a lucky one, but it counts as 6 points. Here's Peveril having a good start to 2007. There's Hurd. First touch for him as he puts Essendon back inside 50. Slipping over was Monfries. Reece Shaw stood his ground, pinched though by Davey. Twists, turns, dodges. Davey for goal! Magnificent! Oh, there was some class about that, Robert Wells.
Well, he backed himself. The young fella backed himself, used his speed. That's what Essendon's brought into the team. And you see he puts the tackle on Tuvey there, spins out now. Could have blazed away there, but cut back and made a certainty of it on the left foot. And that is a show of confidence from a fella who's only played a handful of senior AFL games.
Yeah, the maturity to be able to step back inside there, that's backing yourself.
Bad start for Collingwood. Early worries.
It's just so interesting to see Harry O'Brien playing on Scotty Lucas. That is a massive job for the young Collingwood defender on probably the informed player of the competition.
Lockyer on Hurd in the foreground. Laycock making the takeaway, and Davies on fire. He might have had the first goal if Lloyd had given off. Now Lovett, former Anzac Day medalist. Clement, little lucky there as it was jolted away from Lloyd. Free kick to the Bombers. Against Clement.
Hands in the back.
And Matthew Lloyd has it again with the man on the mark 40 metres out.
Looked to me it was a late call from the umpire.
I think it was a late call too. There were just the touch of the hands on the back, but the umpires will pay that. I don't think there was any push. It was just the hands on the back, minimal push. Correct decision.
Yep.
And this will be an amazing start if Essendon have got 3 goals on the board before the 4-minute mark.
Last game against Collingwood a couple of seasons ago. Playing in his 11th Anzac Day game. Lloyd misses. The Bombers by 13 points. A goal there, and it was a flyer.
Heath Shaw goes out wide to the pocket, and his kick finds Cox. Chips to O'Brien. Wasn't the best of passes. And picking him off there was Stanton. We've got a throw in.
And O'Brien is taking the Lucas matchup, but I mean, Collingwood have an enormous amount of respect for how that boy goes about his game.
First hand on it was Laycock. Hurd's in there, so is Thomas. Fraser Fed it out to O'Brien. Kicks to half forward, but Ryder gets there first. And young Paddy Ryder, still just 19 years of age, takes a solid mark at half back. Kicks to Hurd. He still gets it, despite a lot of opposition from Cox to half forward. And his kick finds McPhee.
It is all Essendon, and on the lead, Lloyd, but Clement, a brilliant spot. He got him in the back. He got him in the back.
Hey, the hand in his back, Giants.
It was a brilliant pass by McPhee. Not much that Clement could do. Umpire right on the spot. But when McPhee got the footy, he just drilled it.
There's nothing. I mean, a defender's allowed to spoil, sure.
Couldn't see the left hand, so the left hand I think is the one
It's not a free kick.
That's not a free kick.
That is not a free kick. I don't care what you say.
You're just getting to a situation where a defender
can't even touch them.
Can't make
it's
contact.
ridiculous call.
The first one was a free kick. I don't believe that was.
Lloyd with 1-1. 1-2. Bombers by 14 points. Collingwood fans feeling a sense of justice. James Clement was one of the most vocal critics against
he was,
the hands in the back.
I think
rules.
we know why now.
We do.
Well, the defender must be allowed to defend.
I don't see much difference myself to the contest on the wing here, where James Hurd uses his hands in the side to push and leverage his body, to that contest there.
Great kick by Shaw to the wing, and he finds O'Brien. Gives it back to the run of Reshaw. Chips to half forward and finds Fraser, who'll mark and go. A long bomb. Rocker's got to beat a couple. He's sandwiched between the two big guns. Good roving. Picked up by Bryan, but he misses to the left.
Have more time.
Well, it was on his preferred side. He's a lovely kick of the football. Josh Fraser's best hope is to get kicks around the ground, because he's got far more mobility than Laycock.
So Fletcher brings it in, and he finds his fellow key defender in Michael. Off to Stanton. Fourth possession. Not such a well-chosen one, but they're away. Bolton now, and that's a good delivery. Bad miss, Davey. Reshaw might have gone a bit hard. Could have just covered him there. Kick a little strong. Clement has it covered. Plenty of support, and Tuvey takes it wide. Oh, Pendlebury, and it's Reshaw. Gives it back. It is Tuvey, who from the centre line miscues. Bad kick. Pepperell's got it for the Dons.
Sweeping handball to Fletcher. He's got to take on Didak. Fletcher goes for distance. It's a good kick in the end. Out to Lovett, who's got a bit of space here. If he can control it, he does, just in the nick of time. Now pops it into the pocket from the side. That's a spectacular effort from Cox. He's a big young lad. Another teenager playing this afternoon. He switches to Burns. Got Reece Shaw on short. Ignores him and goes into the corridor to Johnson. Run down by Davey. Free kick. Advantage paid. Monfries goes into the goal square. Lloyd will mark and have a shot from 15 out.
The umpire had a little bit each way there. He waited to see how the advantage would go, saw that it would end up in the hands of Lloyd, and then said, OK, we'll play advantage. But he was ready to call it back if that pass to Lloyd was a bad one. Vossi, that is just team lifting what young Davey's done there. Not only can he kick goals, but he can hold them up.
And also makes you think twice when you're coming out of defence again that someone might be behind you. Pickett and Davey from Melbourne were able to get that last year.
Lloyd for his second.
Anzac Day medalist of last year, Ben Johnson, or Craig Johnson, call him what you will. Bad moment there. The Bombers have their third. Margin 19 points. Thomas, the little flick out, but straight to Heffernan. Now Peverill, but straight to Heath Shaw. What a start for Lloyd, having missed virtually all last year. And here on Anzac Day has 2 goals too. Could have had 3 or 4. Now Fraser for the Magpies. Travis Cloak. Ryder's picked him up, playing back in defence. Now Johnson for Collingwood. Goes for Didak. This will be tough for him. Wrong side. 2 against him. He was clever. Thomas, can he do it from there? Oh, he would have needed to have been Dacos.
Little Dale Thomas, he's been running with James Hird in the centre and may have just been released to the forward line.
Mal Michael, who played his first Anzac game for Collingwood, now in Bombers colours, to Fletcher. Looks for Lucas in front of O'Brien. Well played, Scott Lucas. Got the handball out to Slattery. Now to the run of McPhee. Not a lot to go to. Into the middle to Laycock. Weighs up his options and goes short and finds Bolton. Back to Lucas. A long drilling pass looking for Lloyd, but chipping in the hole is Josh Fraser. And out wide is Thomas, and the Magpies are off.
Got some space to work with here. Closing the gap on him was Slattery. Thomas's kick very wide. Wasted.
Good play by Josh Fraser to push back into the hole. Obviously, there's James Hird. Hird's come off, so that's freed Dale Thomas up to play as a forward for the Magpies. But Fraser knows he has to get back into the hole to block Lloyd.
Gee, would have liked that throw in. Robert beat the ruckman. Went way over the back. Here's O'Brien. Travis Cloak. He is a left footer. Now Fraser. Collingwood badly needing a goal to get settled, and that's a great delivery.
Pendlebury came straight off the bench and just sneaked into the forward 50 and's been rewarded.
And this is just an ideal opportunity to be able to settle Collingwood, get a first score on the board. Essendon have started well. It's a big onus to put on a young player, but he needs to go back for his team and kick this goal.
The NAB rising star of round 4.
Still 1 metre, still 1 metre.
Chance to make his mark at the start of round 5. Collingwood need it. So 2 misses from the Magpies. It's the Bombers by 3 goals.
Fletcher doing the kicking in, Michael. In your day with Brisbane, Mal Michael was usually not the preferred option to kick in.
No, normally Chrissy Johnson was. He was much more precision, but Fletcher always had a dangerous kick in.
Well done by Cloak to spoil Ryder. Goes for Rocker. Just a little bit too much on the kick. Heath Shaw. Too many Bombers there. Locked up by Mark Johnson, goes short to Heffernan. Heffernan to the lead of Johns. And Mark's in front of Prestigiacomo. Looks for Lucas. And he marks against some hot opposition from O'Brien. Kick to Lloyd. Well done by Clement. Does he get away with that one? He does. Much to the Collingwood fans' delight.
Lloyd, he did have a look over the shoulder to say, well, perhaps you might give me a third free kick.
At the moment, we've got Collingwood players are pushing behind the ball, Fraser especially. So the switch, they've got to generate that switch a little bit better.
Cox, hard ball for Rocker. Well roved by Pendlebury. Johnson. Little hand in there was clever though from McVeigh. And Ryder's away for the Dons. Just placing that ball for Monfries. Thomas has him cornered. Lloyd, clever. Monfries. Good pressure, Thomas. Excellent. Magpies with numbers. Cox, Thomas. Johnson, awkward half volley. Pressure. Good trap, Lloyd. Lucas. Too far out to load on that big left. Good kick. Bolton. Swan with him. Magpies prevail. Fraser. Time to have a look. Maxwell and Michael. Michael, clever.
Did it well, Mal Michael. Put the ball out of play. And interesting, Maxwell playing up forward for the Magpies. He did this on the weekend against Port Adelaide. And let's hope that Dale Thomas is okay. Came off with a leg injury on Saturday.
Fraser the tap, down to Tuvey, overrun it. Watson for Essendon. Going to be a free kick to Collingwood it is. Advantage paid. O'Brien back inside 50 go the Magpies. Cloak stands his ground. Knocked away well by Ryder. Front and centre was McVeigh. Back into the middle. Pendlebury back to the front and the ball not quite. Lovett throws his body at it. Ripped up by Pendlebury. Ball yells the crowd. Ball says the umpire. Free kick
Well done, young Pendlebury. He had to go back and he made a contest. And then the second effort follow-up with the tackle. Just fantastic work by that young man. Well done.
Takes it wide. Reece Shaw to Swan.
Drop the arm.
Free kick to
Drop the arm.
Collingwood. Bolton chopping the arm of Swan in the umpire's opinion. The old Fox, he's seen a few Anzac days in his time from the MCG coaching box, Kevin Sheedy. Swan to O'Brien, but Collingwood still goalless. And gee, that was a missed kick from O'Brien, but O'Brien did well, very well. And the kick's not bad. Hanging, Rocker, Fletcher, Stanton. Watson now knows he needs to get delivered in a hurry. Ryder, gee, he's been cool and accomplished. Growing in stature as a player. Heffernan, that's a good ball for Lucas. Only Reece Shaw to beat. Now O'Brien arrives. Shaw applying pressure. O'Brien did it well.
Reece Shaw, fantastic spoil on the bigger Lucas.
And he covered for him. He covered for O'Brien, who ran up the ground. The ball was turned over and he couldn't get back quick enough, so he covered for him. Well done.
Shaw finds Ben Johnson on southern stand wing. Long kick to Rocker. He's got out to the front of Michael. And this is not beyond him. He's about 65 out.
Well, Nick Maxwell running to the goal square, and there's about 4 Bombers right around him. I think Anthony's entitled to have a shot at it.
So Anthony Rocker's been told to play on. Decides to do the team thing, and it's a good kick too. Finds Reece Shaw. Oh, he ran himself into trouble. Free kick down Collingwood's way though for a high tackle. It's Heath Shaw into the pocket, cloaks free, and takes the mark.
Get the fight of your life with Davey hanging around.
Paddy Ryder is Travis Cloke's opponent, and Ryder's got away with quite a few early touches. Confidence is up. He just has to play tight when the opposition have got the ball, because there he's relied on his ruckman to help him out. Wasn't to be.
1 goal 5 this season for Travis Cloke, so he's been off target. In fact, 17-33 in his career. Needs to kick this goal. It's coming back, but not enough. 1 goal 6 for the season for Cloke, and that's a bad miss.
Bad miss for his team too. Quarter well advanced. Still no goal to Collingwood, but they have got themselves into the general contest. Laycock from behind. Cloke did a good job for Collingwood. Has Reece Shaw there for him and Maxwell. And they are both used. Reece Shaw, outstanding player now. To Pendlebury. Sold it well. Chipped well. And the Magpies keep attacking. Lockyer out at the threshold. Needs to be good. Just got a hook going for distance. Being straightened. And the Magpies have their first.
Gave himself room, Lockyer, on the 50-metre line. Moved inside about 10 metres just to give himself a few extra yards, and then was able to finish with a long goal. That's the start you want from a leader. Go back and kick the goal for your team.
Badly needed goal for the Magpies. Their first of the afternoon to Tarkin Lockyer, and the margin's cut back to 11 points.
Well, the Bombers have taken Lovett off. They've put Kepler-Bradley into their forward line with Lucas, Lloyd and Courtney John. So it's the biggest Essendon forward line we've seen this year.
Taken by Toody for Collingwood. The Pies get the centre break. Now Burns, a long ball, no one home. It's bouncing, just misses to the right.
The Bombers have got to work out a kick-in plan, because twice Fletcher's gone long. He's going short there, but twice he's gone long out to this side of the ground, and it's rebounded on straight back to him.
And that's his preferred option too, Wolsey.
It was a great centre square win by Collingwood. Burns just had nothing to go to in the end. Had to kick from a long, long way. Now Bradley has found his way back again, and he and Fletcher share it around. Margin back to 10 points. Collingwood have stemmed the flow.
Yeah, I think Bradley's gone into the ruck now for the Bombers, Tim. Laycock's gone into the forward line.
Play on was the call, and he panicked a little, kicked poorly. Travis Cloke starting to make a mark. How's the kick? Dick just couldn't hang on. Michael. Bradley again.
I don't think Dick realised it was his ball.
Stanton met by Leon Davis on the kick. Bomber fans felt it might have been late. O'Brien. All 2 against him. Did it coolly. Heath Shaw. Nothing there for Collingwood. Michael has this to himself.
Chip sideways to Fletcher. And the Bombers have got a couple of options here. One of them's Hurd. One of them's McPhee. And McPhee's the one that takes the mark, gives it off to the skipper. A long floating kick out in front of McVeigh.
Oh, what a mark.
Play on's the umpire. Play on's a call.
I reckon it was a mark.
So Burns. Short to Lockyer. McVeigh not happy. Oh, Walker drops a punt. Has another crack at it. Now Hurd. To Dyson. To Watson. Over to Stanton. Finally controls it. He's going to get run down. Just gets built to ball. Again, umpire calls play on. Davey, what can he weave here? Look at the acceleration. Look at him go. He runs to 50. Davey lines up, and that would have been something out of the box.
Is that?
Oh,
With the one hand,
he's a
steps
beauty.
inside.
Is it a mark?
No.
No.
They're good, these umpires.
Better than you think, Tim.
They often are. That was a very good call. Johnson's got it for Collingwood. Now, Prestigiacomo running forward, looking for a sly hand pass, but Thomas might go all the way. That's bold. Can he do a Mickey McGraw? Thomas run down, but it was worth a try.
What do you reckon, Bossy? What would you say to him if you're coach? Try it again next time or get the kick in?
Well, I think he just went that one too far, really, at the end of the day. I mean, you love that. You don't discourage that from a player like that who's exciting, but, yeah, the option perhaps should have been taken a little earlier.
Well, Kettler Bradley's rucking for the Bombers.
And he's run himself into an awkward position here. That's a terrible kick. And it's marked by Heath Shaw. Pies just steadied here. Getting back into the game.
Oh,
Johnson, that's a shank. And McVeigh picks it off to Bradley. Handball over to Dyson at half-back. On the southern stand side to half-forward. Collingwood again have the numbers. Well played by Heath Shaw. And his kick finds Dick.
So the Magpies right in the game now. The margin 11 points. Dick retreats. Prestigiacomo not given one of the key stopping jobs. Heath Shaw. Chris Bryan. First game for Collingwood. Has a searching left foot. That's a good kick for Reece Shaw.
This is the important kick to set someone up inside 50.
And the 50 is now rather crowded. Thomas is looking for a bit of space. He takes the lead, though, from Travis Cloke. Kick a bit strong, so it's a throw-in.
Travis Cloke isn't a bad option because Paddy Ryder is a bit loose on him at the moment.
Here's McPhee. Nothing wrong with that. Deep in Collingwood's attacking territory. Fletcher. Not 15. Here's Big Cloke. Handball intercepted by Peveril. Little grubby kick towards Johns. He did well to keep it in play. Now Clement against Hurd. Well played, James Clement. Hurd gets into his back umpire, thought about it, and then did not blow the whistle. And now he's been peed. He's having a dirty day, James Clement, with the umpire.
Tough call, isn't it? Could he have got it out?
He made the play, didn't he? He was the playmaker.
That's what I'm like. Everything you've been told in the backyard is go get your hands on the ball. It just discourages that. People sit off you and then stand over the top of you and get a free kick.
Comments from Michael Voss, and they should be listened to. And heeded. Here's Lucas. Has he kicked? Just miscued it a little, but he gets a result. And this time it's paid. And Mark McVeigh, not paid for a low attempt a few minutes ago, can have a shot.
He just willed himself to get to that ball, McVeigh. Lucas just played on randomly, just bashed it in. And you can see, number one, he got in front of his opponent to make sure the Collingwood player couldn't get a go at it. And then he just threw himself before it hit the deck. And he has set himself for a top season of football. That is obvious.
Mark McVeigh spoke eloquently about his feelings about this game and this day. In our pre-match coverage, a miss. He'll be disappointed. The Bombers lead by 12 points.
Clement shorts it and finds Heath Shaw, who really is the general in defence. He gets the ball in defence more than any other Collingwood player and sets it up.
Well, unlucky. Broke and about 60, 70 metres there.
Set it up he does with a wonderful kick in the end over to Lockyer. Lockyer passes to Cloke, who's just outside scoring range. He winds up on the left. Rockers one out with Michaels. It'll be a great contest. Getting back at the last minute to lend some support was Johnson. Little snap by Didak to the tip of the goal square. Dick's there. Big fist though from Fletcher and concedes a rush behind.
That's where the movement from Rocker has to come, because Mel Michael will stand there and wrestle all day with you, and you won't budge him. Once he plants those legs, they don't move. Where he's got Mel Michael before has been on the move, where he's been able to run and jump at the ball.
Alan Didak's had a couple of kicks on his return and looked dangerous. Both been from very difficult angles. Gave it a chance each time. Lucas, Mark Johnson. So in the last minute now of the opening term, it's been the Bombers' quarter, but if Collingwood could kick a goal in the last 50 or so seconds, they could go in well pleased. Lovely pass heard. Bad miss McPhee. Watson roved him nicely.
Always wants to handball Watson. Not confident of his kicking at this level yet.
And Essendon just fiddling a bit here. Fletcher giving to McPhee. So still time for either side. Collingwood have to force a turnover. Essendon might just soak up the seconds now. Fletcher, they've lost their early fluency and coherence. Mark Johnson again. Will the Bombers make a late play? Not looking like it. Play on is the call. They have to go.
Well, Collingwood been very disciplined going one-on-one. Essendon not prepared to kick it to a contest. Essendon, the #1 short kicking team in the competition. We're getting a good example of it here.
So the Anzac Day clash reaches quarter time. Essendon with the first 3 goals made the break. Collingwood have hit back. The margin was 11 points.
I don't think Collingwood have done anything wrong. They've been pretty good. They're contesting around the ball. They're winning the 50-50 contest. O'Brien doing a sensational job on Lucas currently. You know, I think it's still up for grabs for sure. It's very tight at the moment.
7 shots to 6. Essendon by 11 points at the first change.
Brian doing the ruck work for the Magpies in his first game.
And he's up against Laycock as we start the second term. Brian got the tap, but it went straight to Peveril. There's Maxwell. Got it out to Thomas, who puts Collingwood inside 50. Ryder backing back. Didn't take the mark. Snapping at his heels is Cloak. He kept his feet. Not a lot to go to as handball's intercepted by Fletcher. That's disposal number 10 for him. Turnover. Davis. Fraser. Didak from 50. Forced to handball over to Cloak.
Oh, first option.
Could have given it off to Shaw. Yeah. Just thought about it twice and he's paid the price. But a good tackle by Cloak on Dyson. And he wins the ball back.
Straight to you, Ricky.
Good follow-up. Great follow-up.
So Cloak. There's the lead from Fraser. Just couldn't quite get it. Love it. It's tight in the tussle there. And another turnover as the mark is taken there by Swan.
Collingwood pressing. Here's Didak. Just needed that delivered cleaner. Has he still got the old dancing feet? Yes, he hasn't lost them entirely. Lockyer, who's kicked Collingwood's only goal, might have set one up. It's not 15. Swan, Burns, they've had to work for it. Do they get it? No, they don't.
Gee, they deserved a goal for effort there.
That's the pressure of the occasion though with Burns. He stopped,
someone on his
hesitated.
hammer.
He almost felt like someone was there. And that's what we're talking about, that pressure from behind. Davey and Lovett chasing down from behind. It just creates that emotional pressure.
Speaking of Davey, here he is.
Gee, I think he went for that one-handed.
And Shaw lets him know all about it too.
Well, the 2 Shaw boys are getting plenty of it. Heath Shaw with 10 disposals, Reese with 7.
Ryan works his way to the front here. Laycock the tap. Back of the pack is Tuvey in the back.
No advantage. Thanks, Andrew.
So Alan Tuvey in his 3rd game of league football. Kicked 3 goals on debut. Finds Thomas.
Got 2 tall options in Anthony and Josh Fraser.
Geez, Cloak's a breakdown here. Cloak's free at the tip of the goal square. Thomas kicks to him now. Couldn't take the mark. Mal Michael. Out to Hearn. He was good enough to get it out. Over to McVeigh, who kicks to half back towards McPhee. And it's still in play, but not for long.
James Hurd's body might have slowed, but the hands are still as quick as ever. No goal yet in the second term. It's the Bombers by 10 points. They've made all the running so far. Laycock and Bryan. The Tasmanian wins to McPhee. Beautiful hand pass. Releasing Stanton. Not sure what the idea was there. Johns is the only hope. Heath Shaw to Clement. Has O'Brien running off Lucas. Lucas cuts him off, but O'Brien can size it all up and see Lockyer. Midfield. Collingwood start to move. Goes for Didak. Johnson with him. Didak kept his feet. Can't block. Gets a free.
Didak free.
Tackle behind.
Used his body well, Didak, to initially keep Johnson out of the contest. You can just see he's backed into him. Over the shoulder, the umpire called it.
The Magpie fans will love it if he can do this.
It was good ball movement from the Collingwood team there. Heath Shaw was able to win the contest at centre half back, and then they went outside to O'Brien and back inside again. So it was a good attack. It was very direct and it was quick, and that's created the one-on-one contest for Didak.
Welcome back to football. Alan Didak gets his first for the season in his first match for 2007, and Collingwood cut the margin back to just 4 points.
And Heath Shaw with 11 disposals, the highest number of touches of anybody on the field.
Wow.
Thomas, long left foot, sort of a torpedo in the end. Fletcher will get there first. He's tackled by Pendlebury. Now Cloak, good play by Fletcher, attacked it hard. He's hurting too.
He is hurting. He's hard and he's tough. He's got, we believe, a cracked rib. Just super ruck work there by Chris Bryan.
Collingwood pressing. A goal would have them in front. Ryder to Hurd. He copped it high.
Advantage, advantage!
Lovett breaks. McPhee. And the Bombers just seem to have lost their way a little. Heffernan with Heath Shaw. Was that in the back? No, not paid as such. Lockyer back to Shaw. And Collingwood with confidence. Didak again. Won't be a goal here. It's a beautiful kick, but well spoiled by Slattery. Cox for Collingwood. Heath Shaw just losing balance at the wrong time. Davey. Oh, he's backed himself and he's gone.
Should have given a handball. He had his teammate Johnson 10 metres in the clear.
Kicks to Reece Shaw, and the Shaw boys are dominating. Into the pocket, Cloak's going a right turn. Took his eyes off it. Spin it before he had it, and that's a bad miss from Cloak. As Mel Michael gives it to Heffernan, back to Michael. Now forced to kick hurriedly, it's a lucky one. Here's a chance for Davey to use his pace. Burns gets there, does he? No, he can't. Davey breaks the tackle. Davey runs to 40. Davey kicks a super. Oh, that's as good as it gets.
What a sensation. I'll tell you what, if he looked right and saw Burns coming, you would have a bit of a think about whether you should have gone. But he kept his eye on the ball and ran straight through the line of it. And now he's come off the ground for a breather. Wow. This is just fantastic. This is a guy backing himself, keeps his feet. He looks stuffed at this point.
Your point there about him keeping his feet is so important, because with this contact, it would have been easy to go to ground. A lot of footballers go to ground. Oh, I got hit. It's an excuse for me to hit the deck. But he kept his feet. And in fact, he might have gathered a bit of momentum. It's an amazing game, isn't it? Because 2 minutes ago, he should have given away a handball. He didn't. He got penalised. And then 90 seconds later, he's just lifted everybody off their seat. And that's what this game's about. You can be a dud 1 minute and a hero the next.
Rather see risk-taking. It's the most exciting form of football. Bombers away again after Davies' second goal. McPhee, Lloyd and Clement. Heath Shaw surely was held. Yes, he was. Collingwood's ball.
Come out, Scotty, please. Come out, mate.
Bombers extending the lead again to 10 points. Brian Waits, it was casual. He would have been embarrassed had Laycock got the fist on it. Here comes Rocker. Oh, and Michael was with him. He's playing well. The former Collingwood and Brisbane defender. Pendlebury for the Magpies. Rocker, Michael, pressed hard. Hurd and Pendlebury. Pendlebury wins. Dick, Collingwood fighting hard. Thomas to Pendlebury. No one to go to. Maxwell. Now Reece Shaw can load and deliver.
I tell you, last year I saw Pendlebury play, and a couple of times he was a bit questionable about the way he went about the ball or went to the ball. But his commitment in this game has been fantastic. He's just put his body on the line, and in that contest with Hurd, just put his head down. It was great.
Fletcher with the footy deep in defence. Chooses the southern stand side. Lucas gets in front of O'Brien, who did well to spoil. Reece Shaw towards Pendlebury.
Now, behind play a little while ago, an incident, Tuvey and Lovett. And Lovett making contact, you would have to say.
That's his best.
Gee,
Didn't do a lot of damage.
Ted, that was fairy false.
Here's Burns. Collingwood with an open 50 and Brian. Oh, just couldn't quite hang on. And Mark Johnson takes the safety route. Never appreciated by opposition fans.
It's been impressive early, Brian. He's getting his hands to the ball.
Well, he's a former Carlton player, and they say his work rate wasn't hard enough. Hopefully the pennies dropped at his second AFL club.
Peveril, who's averaging 24 disposals a game this season, which is his career high.
One-on-one Essendon again.
To go to Fletcher. That's a rainmaker. And boy, do we need it. And that's taken by McVeigh. Stabs the pass towards Bolton. No mark. Monfries has been quiet so far. Thomas at the bottom of that. Fed it out to Swan, to Burns, to Pendlebury. Good handball to Davis. And his kick has missed the target.
Disappointing kick. Disappointing kick.
Well, Collingwood are definitely persisting with the one-on-one. I looked up and had nowhere to go then, and you'd almost say that Heffernan there is having a negative
There's a
having
shot
a tag, I'm sure.
Heffernan's gone on to Heath Shaw. Heath Shaw with 14 touches, dominant player for the Magpies. Heffernan, the #1 stopper for Essendon, has got the job on him now.
Good choke away by the Dons. Watson forced to kick. Stanton has one more to beat and has McVeigh working for him. Well played. One-on-one here. Presty did well on Johns. Still has some work to do, but the ball rolled away. Bombers by 9.
Collingwood are playing one-on-one, but they're just at the moment from those stoppages letting their man get on the offensive side of them, which is looking very dangerous for Essendon when they're coming into their forward line.
Shaw. This is disposal number 15.
He's got to be closed down. Heffernan playing as a forward for Essendon with eyes only for Heath Shaw.
O'Brien right in the middle of the MCG to Rocker. Rocker kicks into the pocket. It's a beauty to Fraser. Can he get there? No, he's going to have to let it bounce. He looks a little bit tired, Josh Fraser. Hemmed in. Does the discipline thing and kicks to the hot spot. It's a terrific mark by Ryder.
Well,
Pick Ryder, the mush too.
He gets one of those a week.
He just fell in the arm. So it's all right. It's all right. It's accidental.
Accidental, okay, that's all right then.
So it's not 50 because it's accidental.
Accidental backhander, that's all right.
Monfries, that's a fancy little kick. Nothing like the required distance. Peveril went subterranean. Did it pretty well, but O'Brien cut it off. That's clever with the left. Thomas launching himself as he did last year. He came down with a sore head too. Well done, Dick. Brilliant kick. Hit the post.
Oh. Paddy Ryder coming off the ground, boys, too. He's in a bit of strife after that marking contest. In fact, he's just waved the physio away.
It's a brave kick down the middle of the ground, but it comes off.
And it's marked by McPhee. Saw some treatment there on Thomas. Ryder still with the trainers as Mal Michael roosts one to half forward. Working his way to the front was McVeigh. Couldn't mark. Mopping up Tuvey. Good kick under pressure. Gained about 40 metres for his team. There's Ryder. He looks okay. Heathshaw 15 disposals for the Pies. Fletcher 13 for the Bombers.
Joe Watson's going to have to do the ruck work.
And just took it out of the ruck and did it beautifully. To love it. Now steadies. Right foot kick to the 50's good. And he finds Heffernan. Little give off. Back to Watson. Goes to Lucas. No mark. Shaw again. Handball was brilliant to Davis. Now Clement, and the Pies out of danger as Bryan takes them up.
Collingwood have entered the 50 28 times to Essendon's 18. And yet the Magpies trail by 8 points. They've got to find a way to convert. O'Brien for Rocker. Attacked it hard. Might have just run under it a bit. And Fletcher cleans up.
Rocker's hurt his
hand. Yep. Collingwood can keep coming though. Swan. Couple of targets in midfield. Bryan is having a share of it. Now Johnson. Too far out. Maxwell could have a go from there.
They're a bit confused at the moment, Essendon. They haven't got a ruckman. Laycock's on the bench. Kepler Bradley's playing in the defensive goal square on Josh Fraser. The ruckman for Collingwood is Chris Bryan, and as we saw at the last boundary throw in, Joe Watson had to do the ruck work, so I think there's a little bit of confusion in the Bomber camp.
Collingwood's 30th entry. So far just 2 goals. That might improve it. Not quite. Still it's Essendon by 7 points.
Watch this kick in by Fletcher, or it's going to go in short. Stanton's broken.
Well, more often than not, they go to the right half-back flank and then kick-ins, and they've done it again. And Stanton goes for a stroll. And all of a sudden, Essendon got it at half-forward. This is Peveril. Leads on by Heffernan and takes the diving mark. 50 from home. Heffernan short.
Just let him go.
Kepler Bradley has now got himself up into the ruck position. It took a while to sort it out, and Chris Bryan just didn't go with him. It's just amazing. Essendon has had 19 forward 50 entries. Collingwood's had 30. And it just break your heart if you're a Collingwood supporter if this goes through, because the Magpies have hit the post twice in this second term.
Only 13 goals in his league career so far in 46 games. And that wasn't the most attractive of kicks.
Well, Bryan can thank his lucky stars there, because started beside him and ran straight past him and didn't go with him, didn't pick him up. It was a bit lazy.
Shaw, well-weighted kick for Tuvey. Did well at the second effort. Ben Johnson. Collingwood just keep on boxing. Now Rocker.
Yeah, and Rocker's opponent is Scotty Lucas.
Ignored the Maxwell lead. Goes long. Didak has to work a miracle. Was it touched? Surely not.
All clear, it's all yours. Yep.
It's a goal. Fletcher not happy.
It appeared touch to me.
It looked like it was touched to me.
Hey? What's that? Touch? No, we can't. We either got to hear it or see it. We didn't see anything. Or hear anything. No, I don't think so, mate.
Controversial goal to Anthony Rocker. Was it touched? Let's have a look at a couple of angles. Well, it's hard to tell, but it appeared it was touched. It looked like it was touched by Fletcher and then by Didak.
Does Fletcher get a score assist there?
Well, Collingwood fans will claim he was robbed of a goal back on grand final day a few years ago down that end.
Oh, what if? Move on.
Yeah, they're a bit confused, Essendon. Paddy Ryder in the ruck. Scott Lucas is playing in the back line, and Kepler Bradley is now up forward.
Was it a goal that day, Michael?
From sources close to me said no, it was not a goal.
This is Joe Watson.
I reckon Mick Malthouse would be very, very pleased to see Lucas playing in the back line for the Bombers.
Heffernan. Oh, it's a good mark taken by Monfries. And waste no time, goes towards Lloyd.
Short pass, short pass, short pass. The Bombers do it all the time.
Great mark from Angus Monfries. So it's a throw in, 50 out from the Bombers' goal. Laycock the tap to Monfries. High ball into the pocket. Lloyd, Tuvey was the fist. Now Bradley. McVeigh out to Peveril. Have to kick the banana. Bolton's there for Essendon. Oh, it's got it! No, it's a push, says the umpire.
Two actions, Mark.
The umpire,
first push, and he came back on it.
And Bolton should know better.
And some big calls. Leon Davis for O'Brien. Collingwood on top at the moment. Just a point down in the match. But in every other sense, they're winning. McPhee.
Would have liked to have seen Fraser go for that mark.
Pendlebury. Didac has kicked one. Just a little chip. Fraser couldn't get it off. Throw in. Essendon kicked the first 3 goals of the match. Now here's the Mark Bolton mark. Swan made a good thing of it. Collingwood will attack once more. And there is that man Swan from a long way. One-on-one rocker. Michael up to the challenge. And he has a rover in McPhee. Fletcher. Maxwell applying the pressure. Pendlebury, good collect, just couldn't hold on. Still Collingwood, rocker. Johnson to put them in front. The Magpies lead.
Well, I tell you what, in this passage of play, I reckon Collingwood wanted it a lot more than Essendon. Just see the pressure they put on. Pendlebury, Johnson, Maxwell, they just keep surging. Finally free it up.
For the first time in the match, Collingwood takes the lead. They're 5 points in front of Essendon.
As O'Brien, he had, of course, Lucas to start off with. Now you got Davey. That's great flexibility, isn't it?
Well, long and the short of it.
Took out the ruck.
Free kick going to Collingwood. Ruck infringement from Ryder.
Well, the Bombers have got Lucas as a spare man in defence. They are on the back foot.
Leon Davis with the football. And this is Maxwell. Cloak. There's a couple of pies there. Here's Prestigiacomo in unfamiliar territory. Short to Didac, not quite. Burns, left foot kick from the pocket. It's an absolute beauty, but just misses to the left. Oh, it was a near thing. They're starting to pepper the goals, the Pies. And there's Lucas, deep in defence.
Lucas delivers, and delivers well to Monfries. Bombers kicked 3 goals in a volley early. They've kicked only one since. And the Magpies, a goal in front, are controlling this match. Monfries to Watson. Now Hurd. A lot of players have gone quiet for the Dons. Probing ball from the veteran champion. Heath Shaw covers it. McVeigh coming at him. Cool stuff from Shaw. Swan. Well done. Cox. Little loose. Clever flick from O'Brien. Davies got it. Love it. Good pressure. McPhee. Ryder. Sloppy. Has to go back and collect it. McPhee again. Bombers have lost their way. McVeigh will attack this. Tuvey with him. Shaw there as well for Collingwood. Heath Shaw, who's been excellent.
Desperation of Collingwood far greater than the Bombers at the moment.
They're playing the one-on-one contest really well at the moment, Collingwood.
Ryder smashes it forward to Davey. Goes back into heavy traffic. And it's a free kick for a tackle after he released the ball.
It out. Ball was gone, and you tackled him and flung him to the ground. Nah, the ball was gone.
So Alwyn Davey can line up for his third. There's the release, and there's the tackle, and that is the rule. Davey will be kicking from about 45. That's the angle. Three to Davey.
Well, he's proving the man to keep Essendon going at the moment. Very lively. Just the follow through on the tackle. Unnecessary.
Again, it was that risk-taking football that put pressure on the defence.
Alwyn Davey with 3 goals, and Ryder to do the ruck work. Again, Scotty Lucas, spare man in defence. Matty Lloyd in picture. Has not had a touch in this second quarter. Courtney Johns, the other big fella, and it's Nick Maxwell, the extra man in defence for Collingwood.
Only 2 Bombers have kicked goals in about 55 minutes of football. They worked hard there for the takeaway, but in the end they're repelled. Lockyer, Heath Shaw and Presta Giacomo, who mounted a forward surge a while ago. He looked for a moment as though he might kick a goal. Burns to Didac, starting to work his way up the ground and into the game a little more. Cloak from a long way. The goal unguarded. He's tempted by it. It's coming back. Oh, big leap Pendlebury. Michael, the rushed behind specialist, takes it over. Collingwood by a point.
Collingwood give it to Didac at every opportunity, and why not? He's such a creative playmaker.
Scotty Lucas in defence to Fletcher. And this will be his 16th disposal. 7 marks. Heath Shaw's got 18 for Collingwood. Al Michael. Oh, just gets the kick in time. Back inside Essendon's 50. Oh, big crunching pack. There were some brave hearts there. Lloyd. No one to give it to. Cox is in there. So is O'Brien. Reece Shaw. Disposal number 13. He's coughed it up. Free kick Essendon. It's going to love it.
Mark McVeigh was almost buried in that pack mark.
What a super commitment by all players there.
And here's the free kick. No doubt about that one. I love it from the near impossible angle as McVeigh gets some treatment. It's a banana. It's coming back, but not quite enough.
Coming from the ground, McVeigh, boys.
There was a heavy hit to the back.
That was a long-range banana kick, and he nearly did it.
He started a long way out.
This Cox for Collingwood scores level. Real game now. Oh, McVeigh, tremendous. The Courage Award there on his way off the ground, but couldn't resist a hanging ball.
Oh, that was great.
Cox again for Collingwood. Now Burns scores level. Collingwood pressing for the lead. There's a free kick.
Yeah, didn't look at the ball. Didn't look at the ball. Mel Michael was facing Anthony Rocker.
Mate, front on body contact.
So it's Rocker's ball. He'll shoot from point-blank range. That was Mark McVeigh. Thomas must have thought he was clear. So Rocker from 20 metres. He kicked one from about 4 times that range earlier in the quarter. A little contentiously. There's absolutely no doubt about that. The Magpies are in front by a goal. Mel Michael disputing that decision, and that's the reason for the free kick.
Tim?
It's tough, isn't it? I mean, all he did was park his body. He didn't actually initiate contact. What do you think, Rob?
Certainly not aggressive, was it, in what Mel Michael did.
So another controversial goal to Anthony Rocker, this time a query on the free kick, but the Magpies get the lead back. They lead by that one straight kick. 5-12 plays 5-6. It has been a cracking game of football. Has not disappointed at all in this first half. Can the two teams keep it going after that 4-day break? Dyson over to Davey. He's kicked 3. He shorts it into the pocket, and just in the nick of time, Johns marks, and he'll kick after the siren. So Courtney Johns has had just the 2 disposals. There's Mick Malthouse. Now Johns can tie it up at half-time, but you'd have to be his very best. A very tight angle, not favouring his correct side, which is his left.
Thank you.
He's given it a good go. Scores level at half-time at the MCG. What a way to finish, Rob, at half-time. It was a great game.
Well, an amazing game of football. Scores a level. I thought Collingwood won the quarter. They won it on the scoreboard, but they also won it just with the way that they played. They were hungrier than Essendon, and the Bombers, I just reckon, desperate to get that last goal with only 20 seconds left on the clock after Anthony Rocker goal. We have got a beauty on our hands.
And that was a magnificent act of bravery in the end from McVeigh when he was going off the ground and came back to make a contest with Thomas. Wonderful piece of stuff there from McVeigh. There's James Hird.
Yes, and Quarters, he's playing in the forward line. He's been inside the centre square. He's pushed up to the forward line. Heath Shaw's his opponent now. Heath Shaw has had 18 disposals for Collingwood, so this will be interesting to see whether they stay on each other. If they do, you can see there Shaw screaming out. He might be looking for someone else to cover the Essendon champ, because Collingwood don't want to lose the run and creativity of Shaw off half-back.
We've had an hour's football. Nothing's changed. They're still level. Let's see who can make the early running here. Burns to Thomas was good for Collingwood, and that's bold stuff by the youngster. Clever little chip. Just let it hang in the air. Bradley and Cloak. Good tackle by Cloak. He's worked hard. Fletcher blazes. The old-fashioned mongrel. Well trapped by Lucas. Still O'Brien as opponent. Great tackle, Shaw. Heath Shaw wins the day. Fierce tackle.
Kepler Bradley playing at centre half-back on Travis Cloak.
Cloak keeps presenting, and that was a good grab.
I reckon this is the best half I've seen, or best game I've seen of Travis Cloak. 12 touches in the first half. Started off well in this third quarter.
Long kick from Cloak. Rocker's there. Oh, second grab, he's got it.
Thanks, Anthony. That's your line there.
Well, size one out there. Let's have a look at a replay. Just got to the contest.
Well, Mel Michael didn't give a contest. He just stepped out of the way and expected the smaller Mark Johnson to do the spoiling.
Mark Johnson did give a contest, and he felt that he got his fist onto it. The ball went up.
Yeah.
Went up
got to pay
vertically.
those.
Pay a mark.
Got to pay those marks.
That's a mark.
Reward the man in front, Rocker. Only 30 out for goal number 3. Oh, it's a shocker.
Once again, Essendon go into a huddle. Interested to see which side of the ground Fletcher does go.
Right-hand side.
Well, here we go.
Yes, he waited for the second wave. The first was a dummy, and McPhee it is who led the second charge. Takes the mark, and it's a good long clearance.
Well, the beauty of Fletcher with the kick in is that he can pass the ball over 55, 60 metres.
Now Lucas working further up the ground.
Essendon short passing, Tim. More short passes than any other team in the competition. Last thing they want to do is kick it long to a contest.
Good kick from Lucas. Just hung in the air. Lloyd again weighted back. There's a man lurking in the goal square, Hurd. If the ball gets to him, Dyson just couldn't get onto it. Well done by O'Brien. I reckon the hand pass from Heath Shaw was intended for the line. And by getting a hand in there, O'Brien might have prevented a free kick against Collingwood.
And Hurd was lurking by himself in the goal square. Bombers just couldn't find him. O'Brien. Dangerous kick, but it's come off. Finds Thomas. He's off. Puts it out into space. Peverill will get there first for the Bombers. Disposal number 14. It was a clever one to McPhee. He tucked it under the arm, went for a little stroll, then gave it off. Now Dyson. He's been quiet, on and off the bench. Just 4 possessions. A long ball. Here's a chance for Lucas. No mark. O'Brien.
Good composure.
To Shaw, and he goes short and finds Pendlebury.
That's a good kick to a man running loose in midfield, Tuvey, who is a left footer, and he uses it well. Didak's also a left footer. Can he load up from out there? Now he's just taken a risk. Got himself out of it nicely. Kick no good. Fletcher.
Just that tad off as you expect him to be for a first game. Not quite hitting his targets as we know that Didak can.
Now Stanton. Short one to Peverill. Back to the run of Stanton. So Bombers got an opportunity here as he drills it into the pocket. Beautiful pass to Scott Lucas.
What they're doing, the Bombers, they're getting Lucas to drop back towards the goal square on the shorter O'Brien, and Lloyd is sacrificing his own game by leading up to half forward and taking Clement out of the way. Let's not forget Prestigiacomo's playing on Courtney Johns. And I think this is a good move by Kevin Sheedy to make Lucas the pea in the pot, because his opponent, Harry O'Brien, is basically a half-back flanker and will struggle in one-on-one marking contests.
Scott Lucas hasn't bothered the scorers so far today. He's the leading goal kicker in the competition. Just a behind for his efforts.
I still think that, though, there, Wolsey, that ball came in so quick. I don't think any defender could have been able to stop that. He's been going okay so far, so there's no reason not to persist with it for a little while longer.
Different kick-in approach from Collingwood. Short down the middle, Shaw to Clement, and now to the other Shaw, Reese. 2-on-2 on the members' wing. Bolton making the spoil efficiently for the Dons. So it's a throw-in. It still scores a level. Ryan. Almost unopposed there as Ryder went very early. Bad bounce for Lovett. McPhee supports him. Bradley. Not a great looking kick, but heard brilliantly to Ryder. Releasing the youngster. Delayed until he was happy that Lucas was the only option. Heath Shaw was given time though to intercept. Finds O'Brien. Steady man in midfield for Collingwood. Kick. Just reaching Bryan in time. He used the long one on the left. He just improvised a little, changed his mind late. Love it for Essendon. And now Peverill has space.
Peverill goes to McVeigh. He's found some room at half forward. Little lead from Lloyd's ignored. He goes the Lucas option again. Oh, Bryan gets crunched by Lucas and gets the free kick. I think Lucas has come off second best.
He did well, Bryan, to get down there into the hole.
Well, he caused the turnover at centre forward and was able to get back and help out.
That's a nice delivery. Lockyer, Didak. He's been handy. This has been a most impressive return. Swan wedging the kick, hoping for Tuvey. McPhee, good tackle. Michael. Bombers hold up. Peverill again in space, and they really have a chance here. 3 of them running loose. McVeigh takes it. He goes long for Lucas and Lloyd. Playing a free kick. The 2 forwards just hung back, waiting for the easy ball at the back.
Mark taken by Cox. Kicks to the lead of O'Brien, who propped. Slattery can't quite get there. O'Brien did well to tap it back to Lockyer. And And Lockie's kick finds Cloak. All too easy in the end. And a breakdown here from the Bombers' defence as Pendlebury will line up from 30 metres out on just slightly worse than a 45-degree angle.
Bree's effort on the wing where he just dived to tap the ball out has set this up. There it is there. Now, you're not going to get any stats for that. No handballs, no kicks, but it's the play that put them in a position to kick a goal.
5 goals to this year to Scott Pendlebury. He's got it behind so far today, and now he's got a goal. And Collingwood lead by that kick.
Alan Didak given a breather. Leon Davis has replaced him.
Interesting, this contest here between Hurd and Heath Shaw. Hurd will follow the footy after the bounce. Heath Shaw stays across the half-back line and just gets plenty of possessions because he reads it so well.
Davis on. He started on the bench after half-time with Maxwell and Johnson. So Collingwood doing a lot of rotations coming off the 4-day break. Mick Malthouse working overtime. Bit of anxiety in his body language today as the game's worn on. Cleverly worked forward by the Magpies. Strong tackle. Now Bradley, big, robust man. O'Brien gets in his path and brings him down. Game rising in intensity. Mark Johnson can clean this up. Davis fresh on. Fletcher now for the Dons. Characteristic long kicks, one out pointing Bolton, and well supported by Reece Shaw. Lovely flat delivery, travelling quickly to Thomas. Collingwood dangerous here, got targets inside, goes short. Davis could have a go from there.
And a stat that's very interesting, that coming into the game we were unsure. Collingwood were the highest clanger team. Essendon 35, Collingwood 26. They are using the ball much better than Essendon at the moment, but it's Collingwood's pressure that is causing that.
What's Leon got in store for us here? It looks like a regulation tight angle shot. Faded when it needed just to draw a little. Collingwood by 7 points, their biggest lead.
Essendon have taken Courtney Johns off. Laycock's come on into their forward line. Their forward line's top heavy. Lucas, Lloyd, Laycock, Hurd. Just need a bit more run up there.
And Fletcher goes to short option to McPhee. And he manages to evade Rocky's run a full measure. And kicks back to the wing and finds Stanton. Stanton short. Bit of a breakdown there. The two Bombers both peeled off. And O'Brien won it back for the Pies. To Tuvey, to Burns. Back to Tuvey. Now kicks inside 50. Thomas has found some room. Gets the kind bounce. Handball's inboard. He was looking for Pendlebury. He finds him in the end. Handball's back to Cloak. Cloak for the goal.
Gee, there's some very slow, tired-looking Essendon players out on the ground. McVeigh has won. Monfrey's coming on. Kevin Sheedy's got to get the quickest legs he can get onto the paddock.
Good long kick to Lloyd, but it's a very long lead. He's almost on the centre line. Here goes Lovett. They need a bit of excitement, bit of initiative. Monfrey's is their hope here. Hurd's there as well. Oh, great smother, Heath Shaw.
He's had a brewing game, Heath Shaw. Defensively and offensively. Getting the ball and doing all these little things at the same time. Just gets the hand in.
Deep in Essendon's attacking territory. Laycock will he be penalised? Yes, he is. Took the ball out of the ruck and was tackled.
On the full, Angus. Please, Jones.
Fraser short to Johnson, who's slipped over but still had time to take the mark. To Cox. Handballs to Reece Shaw. Back to Cox. He's tackled. That's a free kick Essendon's way.
Go away, Henry. Took him on. Try opportunity.
So I love it with the football. Smack bang on the members' wing. Collingwood lead by 8.
Play on, play on, play on. Tangle of legs.
And you're right, Robert, there are some very tired legs out there at the moment.
Yeah, you just watch it. Once the ball leaves the contest area, half the players can hardly move to get to the next contest.
It is the one pity about this great day, isn't it, that it is compromised by that short preparation. Here's McVeigh, natural left footer. Just didn't get enough swing on the kick. Still Collingwood by 7 points. The Bombers' goal supply has dried up.
3 behinds to McVeigh. Burns has kicked 3 behinds for Collingwood. It's the Magpies by 7. And this is Heathshaw's 22nd disposal. And it's a good one. He spots up Burns. Kicks in the Bryan direction. Fletcher, too good for him. Just picked him off.
Geez, he's a good player, Dustin Fletcher, and enjoying the chance to play further
50
out.
held his jumper after the marking contest.
Well, we saw Dustin Fletcher kick a 75-metre torpedo at Telstra last
This is
week.
right up his alley.
This distance is certainly not a problem, but will he go the torpedo or the drop punt?
So Fletcher will wind up. He's gone the drop punt. It's a thumping kick. Just offline.
Better chance of the torp.
You're correcting the jumper, mate. After the mark.
So it's back to 6 points. Bombers finding a new level of resolve. Clement finding Reece Shaw. Guydack gives him a short option. Come back from his little break. The kick too strong. Watson. Paul on the left foot. Had to kick that time. Would wish he hadn't. O'Brien for Collingwood. Not a bad kick for Cloak. He's been a very good target.
Possession 16 and mark number 7 for Travis.
Well, he's out in Courtney Johns territory. Johns goaling from there after the half-time siren. He's a left footer. Makes this a tough shot. It's a good kick. It's a magnificent kick. Collingwood by 2 goals.
That's supposed to be on the wrong side, isn't it? For a left footer.
Becoming a very good player for Collingwood this year, Travis Cloak.
Well, there's Joffa. Do you know who Joffa is, Vossi? He's the bloke with the long blonde hair, #1 member of the Collingwood cheer squad.
More
Christy
famous than Eddie
Mulhouse.
Maguire, isn't he?
Christy Mulhouse and Andrew Marr.
Well, Collingwood are in front and they're doing well on the bench as well. As I said, they've got no injuries and they've been resting players at the moment. Fraser and Davis are off. They've been rotating quite heavily. 33 times they've used the bench, which is not excessive. In fact, it's on average. So looking like they've got a bit of run left.
Only 30 interchanges from the Bombers. McVeigh, one of their midfield prime movers, looking very tired indeed.
Well, they muck this up, the Pies. Here's a chance for Essendon on the rebound. Dyson kicks inside 50 to Lloyd. Lloyd somehow manufactures a goal.
Well, was being a little too karate through the middle of the ground. And Lloyd was involved in the actual turnover. He intercepted Shaw, put him to the ground, followed up his work and kicked the goal. Here he is. We'll see him. Bang. Cop that. Now I'm going to go kick a goal.
A lifter from the skipper, his 33rd goal in these Anzac Day matches. More than any other Collingwood or Essendon player. Next best is now playing American football.
Bombers
Sam Rocker.
And Bombers have got Laycock in the ruck. They've had Paddy Ryder for most of this third quarter. Laycock really needs to give them a lift. Just 2 touches for the game.
Bryan down to Lockyer and now to Thomas. Collingwood set that up well. Lovely kick to Cloak. All roads leading to Travis Cloak.
Tell you what, Tim, this might be the day he arrives on the AFL scene.
Mark's here.
just presenting so well. Big, strong in front. Too good for Paddy Ryder in the first half. Now he's got Kepler Bradley on the chase.
Cloak from a long way. For his second in a minute and a half. It's a behind, but there is some youth and sparkle about Collingwood. Thomas giving it to Cloak there.
They look far more energetic than what Essendon do at the moment.
See if the Bombers come out to this side with a long Fletcher kick.
Yes, they do, and Fletcher's kick finds Laycock. Have you seen Laycock so far, Robert? Hasn't had much of an influence at all, has he?
Disappointing. Only had a couple of touches. Hasn't rucked well either.
Fletcher's been outstanding. As the Bombers work it to the members' half-back flank. Laycock's handball partially smothered, but he's got support in Johnson. Great tackle by Bryan. Wonderful stuff from the Magpie.
Laycock's not fit enough to play half a game of AFL football in the ruck. The big fella's just lumbering.
Chris Bryan, 16 games in 2 seasons for Carlton. His first game in a Magpies jumper. Centering kick, McPhee. Fletcher. And Slattery mops up, gives it to Mel Michael. Wants to get back on the right boot. In the end, handballs to Peveril. Over the top. Back to Slattery. And he goes short to Dyson. And now to Watson. There's the Bombers running out of defence. Heffernan to half forward. Lloyd stood his ground. Picked up by Davey. Went without it. Had another go. Caught high. Umpire let it go. Said you ducked your head. Now Dyson from 60. A long kick into the top of the goal square. Bolton dives. No mark. Picked up by Monfries. It's a free kick.
Took the mark. It only came out when he hit the ground.
So he's paid the mark, has he?
He's paid the mark. He said it only came out when he hit the ground. Collingwood supporters, as you can hear, don't agree.
Let's have another look at this.
Mark Flossie, true to his word. Yeah, pay that.
Bolton, for a long time, has been the whipping boy for Bombers fans. Been around a long time, needs to kick it and does. Magpies by a point.
Well, it always looks better in slow mode.
You're a good judge of these things, Tim.
Touch and go. That's why we love to argue about this game. Mark Bolton brings Essendon back to within a point. Mick Malthouse can't believe his eyes. Game on again. Oh, Laycock roved that intelligently, gave to Watson. Pushed off the kick and it fell for them. Dyson to Peveril. Great chase by Brad Dick.
Hand it over, Scott.
Ran him down, wins the free kick for Collingwood, and that was crucial. They were under the pump. Heath Shaw just having to blaze, but did it well to Lockyer. Collingwood hold up there under fierce pressure. Now Thomas. And he goes for Cloak again, and again he's got him.
New opponent, Fletcher.
Youth of Collingwood really providing some spirit. That's not a bad kick. He set it up for Rocker. Michael able to counter him. Now Didak, nowhere to go from there. Hemmed right in. Monfries. McVeigh forwards fierce now. The heat is right on.
No chance. No chance.
Magpies pressing.
Fletcher's been moved on to Travis Cloak. Mel Michael back on Anthony Rocker.
Laycock the tap, went straight to Davis. Burns is in there. So is McPhee. Did knock it out under umpire instructions. Fraser to Burns. To Reeshaw. Over to Lockyer. Kick smothered by Slattery. Forced to go backwards to McPhee. He bangs it on the boot. A torpedo. Here's a chance for Lucas. Good stuff from Harry O'Brien. Any closer, he would have been arrested.
He's been there all day.
A fascinating contest.
It's been a ripper.
Well, those young Collingwood men, Thomas, Dick and Harry. They're not just any old Tom, Dick and Harry. Love it. Releasing Davey. Can he do it again from a long way? It looks good. It looks almost good enough. Scores level.
Maxwell playing across half forward for the Magpies. Bradley, his opponent. Vossi, do you like this rule where you can kick in pretty much as soon as the ball goes through?
I do. I don't think it's necessarily changed anything about the game. And it's made the play quicker. It's changed the face of the game.
Great one-on-one battle between Peverill and Thomas. Used to see that sort of stuff at training.
One-on-one.
Yeah.
Loved it.
I bet you did. And that's out on the full. Kick against Prestigiacomo. You would have made them do that for hours, Robert, I bet. On a wet Thursday night.
Sure did.
Long bomb just blazing away with Scott Lucas. Holds his head as he kicks it straight down the throat of Heath Shaw. Possession number 24 as the Magpies work it back to the wing and marked by Maxwell.
James Hird on for the Bombers and dropping back into the half-back line area.
Cox placing it for Rocker. Oh, brave Bradley. Filled the hole. Davis now. They need him. He can really break Essendon open. Rocker went long with the left. Monfries with courage. Terrific stuff by the young bomber. And then got the hand pass out. Brave football. Now McVeigh to Fletcher. Running for him, Lovett. Wanting the long ball and getting the long ball. Has two to beat when it lands. Will need to be good. Held when he didn't have it. Surely. Oh, glaring free kick not paid to the Dons. They don't like it. Neither do I. Cloak delivers well. Didak.
This has been the pocket.
Well, we've seen Johns get one just after the half-time siren. Travis Cloak put one through. He was a left footer, now Didak.
I think he kicked one from here to put Brisbane to sleep in a final a couple of years ago, Michael Voss. And he's done it again! Collingwood by a goal.
And a nice little gesture to the Essendon fans who are giving him some advice too. Nothing findable, mind you, just a little shh.
Doesn't mind the G up. Oh, it's all good. We try to sanitise this game so much. You need that flamboyancy. It's what we come to the game for, to watch that sort of stuff.
He likes that spot.
He does.
Alan Didak kicks his second goal. Nathan Buckley watches on.
Mark Johnson sent to the goal square for the Bombers. He'll set himself for a big fly if anything comes in the air, no doubt about that.
Well, Didak's done his job. He's kicked a couple of goals. There's still plenty of match time left. Great comeback game as Fraser puts Collingwood forward again. Big use of the body there by Fletcher. Swooping as Peverill on top of it. He'd have to be careful here. Oh, lucky to get the free kick in the end.
Swing into the pack. Nick Maxwell. Nick Maxwell.
I don't know what that is. What free kick that was
for sliding into the pack, he said.
Who? The Collingwood player?
Yeah.
Or Peverill?
Maxwell, yeah, well, anyway. We move on as Mel Michael spots up James Hird. This is his 16th disposal. Just keeps on racking them up. He averages 24 disposals, James Hird, in Anzac Day matches. Kevin Sheedy out of the box. Collingwood by one straight kick. Molehouse also down, out of the box. Don't see that too often.
Davis just hasn't been able to escape today. Swan couldn't escape from there. Now Hird just having to pump it long. Not a bad choice. Heathshaw losing his footing. Let Dyson in. Lucas. Heathshaw recovered. Prestigiacomo, rare fumble. Lucas will go back to it. Long way out. Even he won't shoot from there. Sets it up. Bradley, free kick surely to Maxwell. Not paid. Ryder can't break through. Lloyd Bradley again. Pressure from Johnson. Big win to Collingwood. Maxwell takes the Johnson hand pass. And on the rebound, the Magpies might do damage. Dick. Nothing on the end of that, except a bad bounce. Letting in Rocket from a long, long way with the left. Didak! Didak! Number 3.
Well, what happened there, how Didak found himself free in the square, was that once the contest was won, and fantastic pressure here by Collingwood, the ball was in dispute. Rocker won the contest with a bad bounce here, and McVeigh left him, thinking Essendon were going to win the contest, which found Didak free in the square.
Well, his comeback to football is becoming more successful by the minute. Alan Didak, 3 goals in a tight contest. Mick Malthouse off the bench. Kevin Sheedy ready to speak to his charges.
Essendon's loaded its backline. Absolutely loaded its backline at the moment.
Both coaches can't wait to get out there.
Have a look at that. All you'll see is Collingwood up that end of the ground. So they'll clear it easily.
Clement out wide to Maxwell. To Shaw, to Thomas. And they're probably going to run out of time here, Collingwood, but they'll take a 2-goal buffer into 3/4 time. And in a tight contest, that is worth its weight in gold. Michael Voss and Robert Wills.
Well, it's been a fantastic effort by Collingwood. They've decided to go one-on-one in this contest, and their tackling has been enormous, which is forcing Essendon into error. Fletcher is trying to get loose and giving great drive out of the back half, but Collingwood's pressure have been fantastic all game.
Just been sensational the way that they've pressured Essendon, particularly across the Essendon half-forward line. Heath Shaw, Ben Johnson, Scotty Burns, Reece Shaw, absolutely magnificent.
Malthouse.
Well, Stephen, just an idea of how hard they're working. Dale Thomas was just dry reaching during that break, and about 5 Collingwood players were down getting their calves and their hamstrings worked on, but they've certainly got the spark. They were all loud and very energetic and encouraging.
You've got McVeigh flattened from that knock. You've got some fatigue legs from a couple of the young bombers, Stanton and Slattery. Surely James Hird can't play more than half of this last quarter. They have to dig deep if they're going to win this game.
Collingwood start the last term with a 2-goal advantage, and Hird gets the first stat of the last quarter, up to 19 possessions. In fact, make it 20. Quick kick out by Johnson. Lloyd attacks it, lost his feet. Shaw over the top of it, have to be careful here.
He knocked it clear, hit Scotty's leg and came back.
They're going to have to watch James Hird in this quarter. He's a specialist at this part of the game.
Scott Jeffrey calling that. Bomber fans were after holding the ball. Here's Hird. He could be the man again, but Clement got the crucial hand in. The margin is 11 points. The Bombers have to find some goal kickers. Apart from Lloyd and Davey, they've just kicked 2 other goals for the day.
Almost some Hird magic as tipped by Michael Voss. Burns deep in defence. Got a loose man at half-back.
Well, Scotty Lucas might be that one, Tim. Leading goal kicker for the Bombers, but hasn't troubled the scoreboard today.
Cox handballs to Pendlebury, to half-forward Tuvey. The youngsters combine. Good mark, good strong mark. Alan Tuvey, game number 3. Ball spills free, Swan. Keeps it alive. Didak clean bowl. There's McPhee to Hird. Little nudge out by Reece Shaw on Davey. Umpire allowed it. He's got the numbers. As he gives it to Pendlebury. Back to Reece Shaw. And Collingwood set up again.
Burns, old warhorse for the Magpies, unloads it long. Rocker is there. He was the only man standing.
Well, Mal Michael didn't go. He thought Laycock would, and that's something that an experienced defender should be aware of. Never rely on someone else to do the job for you. And you can see Mal trailing in from behind there, expecting Laycock got a touch and said, I've had enough. And Mal Michael should have known better. He's got to come over the top.
He's kicked 2. this for a 17-point lead. Oh dear. That's a bad miss, and he knows it. Margin 12.
A very lucky let off for Essendon as Fletcher gets ready to reload.
Well, the Bombers have got the huddle set up, ready to break.
And break they do as the mark's taken by Stanton.
Dale, give me two, please. Dale, thank you.
Stanton's afternoon. This is his 20th disposal. Back to Fletcher, who's had 25. Up the middle. And Laycock lumbers, but he gets there. Kicks to half forward. Good vision. Now Monfries. He's got Mark Johnson running hard for him. He kicks into the pocket. Good stuff, Mark Johnson. Gee, worked hard there. Must have run 60 or 70 metres.
Yeah, good call, Quarters. He bolted from the centre square. Once Laycock took the mark, he just took off towards the running diagonally from one half-back flank to the opposite forward pocket. And they honoured his lead. Tough shot from there.
Well, if the left footers can do it, why can't the right footers?
Monfries, who featured in that passage of play, he's one of the Bombers with fresh legs.
Mark Johnson loves a goal.
Oh.
It's a goal the difference at the G.
What price the Anthony Rocker goal now? It should have been 17 points, suddenly it's 6.
Well, we talk about that turnaround, and you have an opportunity to be able to go in front a little further at one end, and then the ball's taken down directly and a goal is scored. That hurts.
A Mark Johnson goal. He's just Essendon's 5th goal kicker for the day.
You can see Paddy Ryder in picture. Started in the back line, played in the ruck. Now he's playing across half forward.
And the Bombers are back in touch. Goal in it, low scoring affair. Burns, but Heffernan, Peveril, and a few Magpies as well as Burns goes back again. Did it well. Fraser. And Cloak again. Oh, lost concentration. And Fletcher was able to sweep it away. And just evince a little excitement from Magpie fans, hoping that there might be a call of deliberate act. No such luck.
Davis with his head over it. Here's Maxwell. Also attacking it as Lovett. James Hird. 8 disposals in the last 10 minutes of match time. It is tight in the clinches. Didak. Burns. Got it out to Shaw. Awkward left foot kick. Across the face. Out on the full.
Left foot torpedo.
So Mal Michael to bring it back in. Collingwood by a goal early in the piece in the final quarter. Bombers have won this Anzac Day match 6 times. The Magpies 5 times. We've had a draw already. Back in 1995. Michael goes short, and it's marked by McPhee.
That first goal of the quarter was absolutely crucial. Another half-distance kick. Lucas has been paid that.
Short passing their way down the ground, Essendon.
Old-fashioned footy.
Nick Malthouse will be well aware of this. His players are told to go one-on-one.
Another short pass, not 15. Slattery to Fletcher. He's the man to have it. He miscued that. He disappointed. Clement in the way, and he has a man in space. It's Didak. What a return he's made from serious knee surgery. Pressured here though by Davey. Support from Pendlebury. More support from Cloak. Oh, mystery sure. Bad start to the corner, Cloak. Dick from a long way. Big kick. Goal!
Well, the worry is that the Travis Cloak handball missed its target, but it didn't matter because Collingwood were lining up. They had 3 there.
Brad Dick celebrates a very important goal with the Aboriginal mouthguard on full display.
Isn't the game in a healthy state when you've got Dick, Davey, Thomas? Just sensational.
Lucas with, again, O'Brien hot on his heels. He got pushed in the back. No, said the umpire. Let it go. Now it's a free kick going Collingwood's way. Free kick count 19 to the Magpies, by the way, and 10 to the Bombers as Dick puts Collingwood back inside 50. Cloak's there, running back with a flight of the ball. It's Kepler Bradley.
Well, James Hurd's been told to come off and have a rest because he's had leather poisoning in this last quarter. Look out.
Dangerous from Bradley. Lockyer. They could put Essendon away here. Shocking error. Magpies by 3 goals.
And that is the pressure that Collingwood have put on all day. And to their credit, they have persisted all game. And eventually, sometimes, the luck ends up going your way and a mistake happens and you get a goal like that.
I like the little bump afterwards too. That was good.
Just topped it off, didn't it? Beautiful.
And Targan Lockyer has given Collingwood some very handy breathing space.
And I wonder what Kepler Bradley's going to do next time if he's faced in that position, deep in this game, with the pressure on. You think he'll just go straight down the line.
A terrible clanger from Kepler Bradley, but there's plenty of time left for Essendon. As Watson, who's been pretty quiet, to Monfries, to Lloyd. Now Cox. As the Magpies again have that extra number. This is Clement. Plenty of time to use it. A long ball. Pendlebury couldn't hang on to the mark. Bradley to McVeigh. Now Heffernan, a sweeping handle back to Bradley. Somehow gets out of trouble. He did it well then. And over to Lovett, who squeezes a left foot kick out and hits his skipper, who misses the mark. Pops it inside 50. Reece Shaw couldn't take the diving mark. We'll have a throw in, and the Bombers are rattled.
A breather for the champion, the veteran. Essendon must kick the next to have a chance. Davey. Good pressure though on Stanton. Faded after a bright start.
Didn't dive on it. It's all right, guys. It's all right, Brent. Text it in, mate.
Brad Dick kicking a wonderful goal for Collingwood to stretch the lead to 2 goals. Now it's 3.
Arms up, guys. Arms up.
Fraser in front of Ryder. Too much bulk. Peveril. Watson. Stanton again. He's got a lead from Johns. He goes for him and gets him.
Well, we saw the big fella kick a goal from a tight angle just after the half-time siren. This should be easy for him.
Essendon are really having to construct their goals. Collingwood are just getting them by dint of all-field pressure.
Yes, early they looked very dangerous every time they went near the forward line. Right now, as you said, they're having to construct it.
Heard back on, by the way.
They need this. Courtney Johns. Good kick. Lovely kick. His second goal. It's back to 12 points.
James Hurd back into the middle with a little breather. Wouldn't be surprised if he finishes the game out there.
John's goal cuts the margin back to 2 goals. Hurd back on. Knocks it forward. There's Swan. Good hands to O'Brien. Cox over to Burns, who's found some legs, the old-timer. A long ball inside 50. Bradley running back with a fly. Trying to get it to Fletcher. It's still alive. And Michael has to concede a point.
Hadn't signalled. He's got to signal first. Thanks, Austin.
So it's 13 the difference. Not even at the halfway mark yet of the final term.
It's still in the category of handy behind, though. 3-kick advantage. Fletcher finding Peverill.
Put the extra numbers out there. Bombers should be able to get it into their forward 50.
He's got McPhee and Lucas up that southern wing. And he goes for McPhee, who ran forward. Off the instep, clever kick. Lloyd couldn't grab it. Clement was short. Monfrey's bearing down. O'Brien. Oh, just a little cute. Bombers ball.
And look who's chasing it. I don't know. Well, it was Courtney Johns, but Scotty Lucas sprinted to get there before him. Both of them love a shot at goal. But this fella, I think it is beyond in quarters, but he's a lovely long kick.
He gives to Lovett.
I think Lucas was going to arm wrestle him for the footy.
Now Lovett is 60 out when he kicks. He gives it to Lucas, hoping that Lucas might be able to sink it from there. Ryder up, raving it. Monfries. He's kicked it. The Bombers are coming back.
Well, the flow of the game suggests otherwise, but Essendon are just clawing their way back.
Let's have a look at a crowd figure for Anzac Day 2007. It's 90,508.
Number 4 on the list for these games.
And every one of them enjoying it. Prestigiacomo has been taken off. Maxwell's gone to half-back for the Pies. Didak back on.
7-point ball game. Collingwood lead. Johnson trying to get it to Lockyer unsuccessfully. McPhee will attack it. Great tackle by Lockyer. Fantastic stuff. Advantage paid. Burns puts the Pies inside 50. Rocker!
Turnover in the middle of the ground. McPhee attacks the ball, does everything right, but it was just a superb tackle of Lockyer to turn over that ball. And that's been the story of the day today. The general flow of the game has been in Collingwood's favour, but Essendon is still within touching distance.
2-2 to Anthony Rocker. Missed an easy one earlier in the quarter. That would have put Collingwood 17 points up. No mistake this time, though.
Have you seen that contest, Michael? Anthony Rocker and Mel Michael.
I think it's been a pretty honest contest, but I mean, Rocker has got away from him a couple of times. He's lost body contact, but that's what Rocker has to do on Mel Michael. He has to be able to run and jump on him. If he just wrestles with him, he'll get him every time.
Last roll of the dice time for the Dons.
They're playing catch-up, aren't they?
Bombers have moved all of their players up towards the centre square for this centre bounce. Massive space behind there.
First game in Magpie colours for Chris Bryan. Collingwood by 13 points. Look to have the answers, but there's half a quarter to go. Burns, Bryan is a left footer, gets a fair bit of that. McPhee didn't do enough. Davis, Didak lurking, clever, Cloak, Didak. He's kicked 3. Johnson, last year's medalist, lobs it. Pendlebury's there, but a couple of Bomber defenders give him no chance.
Scotty Burns in the middle of the ground has been enormous in this quarter. He's putting his body on the line. clearing the ball. And James Hird is coming off the ground.
Burns has had 9 disposals in this quarter.
He's been sensational.
He did it a couple of weeks ago when the Pies came over the top of Richmond. He had 10 clearances from stoppages.
He's got 6 today.
He's had 3 or 4 this quarters.
Pinched by Shaw, Cloak all by himself.
Great anticipation, Heath Shaw. It's going to be hard to find a better player than Heath Shaw. He has just been dynamic off that half-back flank. Read the play, intercepted, and then finished off. Have a look at this.
So this is not the sealer, but boy, it's going to make it hard for the Bombers from here if Cloak can slot this home. To make it 20 points.
He'll do that. Well, his father wasn't a great kick.
He's just lost the plot in this last quarter after 3 really good quarters.
At the same time, there's been some fantastic signs, haven't there?
They've been a concerted effort all day. Collingwood by 14 points. Almost
Essendon
9 minutes left.
Essendon huddling in the middle of the ground just to create space on the outside.
Stanton to Lovett. Now Watson again. They're having to short pass their way out of defence. It's not a way home that's really going to bother their opposition defenders.
Well, you only need to make one mistake like that and it's back over your head.
Pendlebury, and it's Cloak again. Too far out to goal. He's got Rocker unmanned.
I think Fletcher's been moved onto Rocker.
Collingwood are applying relentless pressure here, and you get the impression we're just waiting for the knockout blow to land flush on the Essendon jaw. Could this be it?
Hird back on, Tim.
Gee, he could barely run as he came off. Rocker has kicked 3. Another poster. Collingwood have kicked 3 posters, I think, for the day.
This is what they've got to do. Fletcher, barrel a torpedo down the middle because they're going nowhere, going to the flanks. Barrel it down the guts. They've got to get 3 or 4 goals to win. The way they're going, they won't do it.
3-3 to Rocker.
See? Doesn't listen to me.
It's a long kick, though. It's a beauty from Fletcher. Stanton can't take the mark. Kept his feet, importantly, and wins the football. To Watson. Back to Stanton. Burns again. Forced the turnover. Reece Shaw. Rocker's by himself.
But that's what Collingwood have done all game. They've put pressure on Essendon. They've turned over the ball. And now they're starting to get some real run.
A couple of Essendon big men, Kepler, Bradley and Laycock, between them can't run out one game of footy. And it's on centre stage here in front of a big crowd, firm track. They've been exposed.
Reece Shaw has been very good in this second half. He's played on Davey for most of it and done a very good job.
So Rocker. Oh, he's missed again. Well, they've kicked 12 goals, 21. So 33 scoring shots to 22.
Still got Mick on the edge of his seat. Kevin Sheedy giving us the nearest thing as I've ever seen to an act of frustration from him a moment ago. He actually changed hands with the telephone. I saw him on preliminary final day 99 actually tighten his lips. Bradley to Stanton. Bombers are still alive, barely. McPhee with Peveril running forward for him. Gets a lead from Johns, which he ignores. And the Bombers' build-ups have been slow all day. In direct contrast, Collingwood have pressed relentlessly. There is a new enthusiasm and youth about the Magpies. Michael to Bradley.
And it's about time someone told the Bombers that there's only about 6 minutes left and we need 4 goals, and going from one side of the ground and the back line to the other ain't going to do it.
Aimless is not too strong a word. Montfrey's having to do it on his own there, but Swan beats him and Didak's there for him. Just couldn't get the paddle. Throwing.
Burns off. What a quarter he's had.
Oh, he's been sensational quarters.
Thomas back on. Right of the tap. It's a free kick. He's given one away.
You play from behind, you give away free kicks.
And it's a bad turnover. Perhaps Tuvey getting a bit of cramp. So here we go. Stanton's got to get it moving quickly. A long ball to Laycock. He should mark and does. He plays on the big fella. He goes for goal. It's a great kick. It's hit the post. She was a good kick from distance. But the Bombers need goals, not behinds.
15 points. It's not too much. They've given Essendon a few lives. They could kick themselves, Collingwood, if they manage to lose this. Heath Shaw now has Cox. Accomplished young player. Just his third game. Took on Laycock. Big man. Laycock, smart there, just got rid of him. So Essendon can have another go with 5 minutes left. Well done, Brian. So too McPhee to Stanton. The Bombers still alive. Awkward for McVeigh. Pressure Lockyer. Did he hold him? No free kick. Bomber fans, not for the first time today, feeling frustrated at the rub of the green.
Hurd's lurking dangerously. Not this time though, as Pendlebury. Good handball. Out to Dick. And his kick finds Cloak.
It's interesting, Fletcher, who's played a terrific game, is just worn out playing across half-back. Mel Michael really can't play anywhere but that last line of defence, so it puts a bit more pressure on Fletcher.
And Collingwood want to hold on to it. Clement back into the middle. There's a couple of pies there. They almost spoil each other. In the end, Cox goes long. Again, targets Rocker. Mel Michael might have been switched back onto him again. Is that deliberate? No. So we're into red time.
Collingwood with the last 5 clearances.
And he can make it 6. This is Dick to Thomas. And this for the sealer. Well, $3, I think. Robert reading in the paper this morning. Collingwood head-to-head. Good odds in a 2-horse race.
Absolutely. I hope you got some of it.
I don't bet on football. Like living in the house too much. Dale Thomas for the sealer.
Hit the post on the full. Free kick to the Dons. The margin still 15. It would take a minor miracle, but it still could be won from here by Essendon. Collingwood manning up here, and Michael doesn't know where to go. Lucas gave him something. Got it just inside the line. It's not really the kind of road home that you can see getting Essendon there. Now there's a break. Heffernan, but Laycock beaten to it by Clement. And running for him is Swan. That's where he goes. And Swan has 40 metres on the wrist. Now Didak, what a return he's made. 3 goals, part of what looks like a winning team. Maxwell, Swan again, and Collingwood have Essendon down and nearly out. Now O'Brien. Played on Lucas, and he's done himself proud. He delivers to Rocker. Good support from O'Brien. Could this be it? Bradley there. Did well. Collingwood by 16. A slow death for the Bombers.
We're waiting for that knockout punch, aren't we? But they certainly have the momentum.
I don't think they need it now, Michael.
Yeah, I think they might have run out of time.
Yeah, no fairy tale finish for the Bombers today. This is Pendlebury. What an exciting young talent he is. Now Johnson to finish off the job. 12 goals, 23.
6 rush behinds to the Magpies. They haven't all been misses. But there has been some...
He's going to go down the middle, Tim. There we go. And he didn't get onto it.
He didn't. Rocket will try and mark it. Collect from Johns. Not a lot to go to, but charging out of defence here is Stanton. Got it. Just couldn't get rid of the tackle. Well done by Reece Shaw. And then he wins the prize. Gives to his brother. Now to Maxwell. And Maxwell saw the hammer about to come down on the Bombers. Swan.
Oh! There are some problems behind play, and if there's a camera on McVeigh on Heath Shaw, he's in trouble.
Keep the hands down. Okay, let go now. Nick Maxwell. Don't waste it now. Don't waste
Collingwood
it now.
maintain possession. And this is Heath Shaw, and what a blinder he's had. 31st disposal. In front of 90,500 people. It's going to be a famous win for Collingwood as they square the ledger on Anzac Day.
He needs to go back a little further.
One draw. Bombers 6 wins. Magpies 6 wins.
He did that for insurance purposes there. He backed back from the mark about 45 metres, just in case he had no one to kick it to.
So Tarkin Lockie to bring it back in.
Should have booted it through like Mel Michael, though.
Short, and the diving mark taken by Shaw. Best on ground for you, Rob?
Yeah, Heath Shaw by a mile. These two players, Heath Shaw and McVeigh, don't like each other. Been watching them for the last 5 minutes.
31 disposals, Heath Shaw. Pendlebury. Rocker. Collingwood haven't had too many bad players. Back to Pendlebury. Just couldn't keep it in. The day almost done. The Bombers about to drop their second of the season.
It's a contented look on Mick Malthouse's face, and why not?
Magpies haven't led at half-time in any of their wins so far, and this will be win number 3. Prestigiacomo well brought down. There it is. The Bombers have succumbed to Collingwood on Anzac Day. The Magpies by 16 points.
Sure, that was a fantastic win. You all must have been feeling it so much in the last term, although it looked like you weren't. I mean, how tough was it to run out that game?
Oh yeah, it was fairly difficult, but we had the lead, and it was similar last week. We had the lead and then we let it go. This time we weren't letting it go.
Was that a message at three-quarter time, was it?
Yeah, definitely. We sort of dropped off our intensity last week. This week we just stayed with them the whole way, put pressure on them, and ended up with a pretty good result in the end.
What about your game? You're just relentless in your running. Do you feel like this is the best football you're playing?
Oh, definitely. Fitness is good. 4-day break, it didn't really matter. When you get to play in front of a crowd like this, it's absolutely awesome.
Well done. Congratulations over to Andrew Marr.
Thanks, Christy. Down with the comeback, man. How does it feel to be back?
Oh, fantastic. Feels even better after a great win too. We're the underdogs today, and as a credit to the boys, we stuck out and we come home with a win. So
the magic's still there, mate.
Oh, yeah, I was a bit tentative at first, but slowly got into the game. Hopefully I can carry it into next week.
And how did the knee feel?
Yeah, it felt great. And I was ready to play a couple of weeks ago, but a little mishap at training kept me out, and to come back today, and especially on a special day, and come home with a win, it's fantastic.
Gladden every Collingwood fan's heart, mate. Well done.
Cheers, mate.
Back to you, Christy.
Well, James, that was a fantastic win. It must have felt awesome out there.
Oh, it was fantastic. We tried to kick ourselves out of it, but yeah, fantastic feeling to win this day.
And the defence really held up. I mean, in the end, that's probably what got you over the line as well.
Yeah, I don't know about getting us over the line, but it was fantastic. I thought all the boys back there were terrific today.
And as captain, you're going to get to go up and accept the awards today.
It makes it a really sweet day.
Well done, James.
Well
Well, the young defenders did stand up, didn't they? I selected Essendon because of two men, Lloyd and Lucas, and they really didn't have a big effect on the game at all. Well, Lloyd kicked a few, but he kicked three, but Lucas was really well held.
Scotty Lucas didn't kick a goal, and Harry O'Brien, Vossi, it was a bold selection, wasn't it, to play a much undersized player on Lucas, but obviously Mick Malthouse thought he needed someone who could... Lucas covers enormous ground, someone who could run with him, and I watched O'Brien. He had pressure by presence. He had touch on him every step of the way.
You mentioned it about 4 or 5 times in the first quarter. You were obviously concerned at the matchup.
I was concerned about Lucas getting back near the goals, Essendon starting well and just being able to take some marks against him near the goals.
But his ability, O'Brien, to be able to stay on the lead and for Lucas not to get uncontested marks. He's had some 35 odd uncontested marks so far this year. That is his major strength, and O'Brien stayed with him all the way. Another important contest in the second half was Reece Shaw on Davey. He was able to shut him out and himself ended up finished with 26 possessions for the game and provide some offensive drive.
Time now to award the Anzac Day medal and the Anzac Day trophy. Back down to Craig Willis.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, for our presentation, we welcome the President of the Victorian Returned and Services League, Vietnam veteran Major General David McLaughlin, to present the Anzac Day medal to the player whose conduct and play during the game has best exemplified the Anzac spirit, that of skill, of courage in adversity, of self-sacrifice, teamwork and fair play. Major General, I'll invite you to come forward and announce the winner of the Anzac Day medal for 2007.
Thank you, Craig. The winner of the Anzac Day medal for 2007 is the Collingwood player, number 39, Heath Shaw.
First of all, well done to all the boys. Collingwood were awesome all day. Continued the pressure and came out with a pretty good win, so we were happy. To the Essendon boys, it's awesome contest all day long, even down to the wire there. It was a great contest. It's a great day. Just like to thank everyone for coming, especially all the Collingwood supporters. Stick with us throughout the year because we're going places.
Well done, Heath Shaw, our Anzac Day medalist for 2007. As Heath said, let's show our appreciation again for the efforts of the Essendon Football Club. We couldn't do it without them on Anzac Day, fellas. Bad luck here today. Well, now I'm going to invite James Clement, captain of the Collingwood Football Club, and coach Mick Malthouse to come forward to receive the Anzac Day trophy. This is a perpetual trophy provided by the RSL in dedication to the memory of those footballers who served in times of war. And the names of VFL footballers known to have sacrificed their lives during active service are indeed inscribed upon the trophy.
Thank you to Essendon for another great contest, and it's a real honour to play footy on this day that's so important in the Australian calendar, and winning it makes it that much sweeter. Thank you.
Thank you, James. Well done again to the Collingwood Football Club. Ladies and gentlemen, we hope you've enjoyed your day here at the MCG on another memorable Anzac Day occasion.
We're going to take a break from the MCG as the Prez celebrates with his players a fantastic win by Collingwood over Essendon. The final margin, 16 points. Back to wrap up shortly from the MCG.